we certainly know His Majesty the King likes to do things his own way. There's no two ways about that. We've seen that on his recent Easter walk. He's decided that he wants to get out there and of course show the public that everything is fine, and I'm totally up for that. You know, I wish him seriously all the very best. Got a soft spot for King Charles. You know, he seems a really nice warm guy actually, but of course it's different, isn't it, when you have a new sort of, shall we say, run through, a new set of people, new set of boundaries, whatever you want to call it, because as we know, our wonderful late monarch Queen Elizabeth II was very much a stickler for tradition, and she did certain things on certain days throughout her very long reign of 70 years. But according to a very well placed source, this would have displeased Her Majesty the Queen, so much so as ever. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today, and as ever, thank you for taking the time out. By the way, the gold dress with Catherine, that was lovely, wasn't it? I'm glad you enjoyed that video. Yes, it's fascinating what you find when you talk to people in the royal collection and historic royal palaces and stuff like that, because, you know, it is the more, I think it's about, because we know that dress. You know, when you look at, say, something of Queen Victoria 150 years ago, you think, yeah, well, we don't remember seeing that. That would have been in a portrait. But Catherine definitely looked stunning. It divided certain ladies, you know, there's always certain people that don't like everything. I just thought she looked like a Hollywood goddess. It was something like Rita Hayworth, wasn't it? Lana Turner stuff. I just thought she looked terrific on that night, as did, as I said, Queen Camilla. The blue really suited her. For us fellas, we've got to stick to a tie. Yes, that's it, you see. We'll have a quick wave. How are you? Are you all right today? Thank you so much as ever for joining me. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but this is really causing sort of a bit of a split in many respects, because as we now know, you may know this, but Balmoral is going to be open to the public for around about 5 weeks, July into August, that sort of stuff. Not really that long, and it's going to generate around about £4,000 per day. Tickets are virtually sold out now, and this is the very first time that you will get into Balmoral to see some of the bigger rooms that, of course, the royals have used for many years. Now, I've been to Balmoral. It's a wonderful place, let me tell you. You know, when the sun shines, absolutely delightful, even on not so nice days, because there's a real atmosphere around it. As we know, this was the home that our late monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, felt the most comfortable in herself. This was where she truly relaxed, you know, and so many famous people have visited that place that you do kind of wonder and think, well, there's a lot of history there. But she always saw that as her personal home. You know, she was sort of asked over many years, would she want to open this up, similar to the way that they do a little bit of Kensington Palace and, of course, Buckingham Palace once a year, which has proven incredibly successful. She always refuted this, saying this was a private home. Fast forward, of course, into the reign of King Charles, and he says, no, you know, we now need to make the palaces accessible to all. This is very much a tester teaser start, you know. If this goes well, it will be for a longer period next year and the year after, developing it to see exactly how that would work, you know, how it would sort of pan out. I don't know about you, I would be fascinated to go and see. The only tricky bit is it's £100 a ticket, and I think 150 if it includes afternoon tea, which would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. Of course, it's very sad in some respects, Balmoral, because this is the area, the very final area where our late monarch sadly passed away. And of course, it was the most fitting place when you think, because she loved Balmoral. There's no two ways about that. But King Charles is coming under fire for basically saying he's opening up the treasures. He doesn't think there's anything wrong with that. He believes the palaces are for all and people should be able to come along and look at a price, obviously. But the bigger picture now is, do you agree with him? Do you agree with the Queen, or indeed King Charles? Is he right to allow people into a royal private home? Will Sandringham be next? What else? You know, Clarence House, would that open? I don't know. I think people will enjoy stuff like that, and I don't really think there's a bigger issue there. But seemingly for some people, particularly in the mainstream media over here, there is. As ever, I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Please like and share. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.